Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from cloudy San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Hope you guys are fired up today. What is your value? What is your value? I'm going to tone down a little bit today because I want to be sensitive to what I am picking up on. You know, every day I believe there's a minimum of one person that these messages are for, and if one person is touched, then I've succeeded in my endeavor. Let me begin by saying this. Man, woman, whoever you are, you got this. You are enough. You are going to make it. You have more than you think you have. You are able to do more than you think you can. And there is more to you, just like you know, right in here. I know you know it, and whether you believe it or not, I see it, and I sense it. I was listening to my hero, Zig Ziglar, speaking, and I want to address what so many people think will be the answer to the longing inside. Many people believe, especially in America, that money is the answer, and an abundance of money is the answer. How many would honestly say, if I won $100 million in the lottery, life would be better, life would be great? Here's what I want to expose today, ladies and gentlemen. You are worth so more than that. You are so much more valuable than that. Zig Ziglar was speaking at a conference, and he was telling a true story about a woman who had a rash on her face. And she went to the doctor, and the doctor, in a rush, prescribed a cream to her that she put on her face and applied daily. And in 3 days, she was completely blind. She lost her eyesight entirely. And they reached a settlement at that time of $1 million. How many of you think $1 million would make your life better? And the question he asked was this: would you exchange your eyes and your eyesight for $1 million? And he told another story about a young man who was on the side of the road helping someone change their tire when a car came and sideswiped him, and he lost his legs. And the settlement was for $3 million. And he asked the audience again, as I will ask you, how many of you would take the $3 million in exchange for your legs? And he told still another story about a gentleman who was at a factory and who was working and had been complaining about the machinery being faulty, and while working on some sheet metal, had his arms completely severed, and the settlement was $8 million. How many of you would accept a check for $8 million in exchange for your arms? Friend, are you understanding your value? And then he told a story about Ivy League universities that had compiled the latest data and research, studying what it would take to create a supercomputer that could pale in comparison but get as close to possible as the human mind, the mind that you were given when you were born. And the results were conclusive that it would take up the space of a skyscraper, and it would require the energy to run that it would require to run a small city, and the costs would be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And even then, it could not do what we can do, which is to have an original or creative thought. 2 million, 1 million, 8 million, 10 million, hundreds of millions. Friend, do you understand your worth? Do you understand your value? God does not make junk. And I don't care what it is that you're going through today. And I don't care how the deck is stacked against you. And I don't care the size of the obstacle before you. I know that what is in you is greater than what can come against you. And I know your value. Do you know your value? Do you understand your value? Do you comprehend who and whose you are? Do you know that today the changing of your life does not require money? It requires a change in your thinking. Begin today to believe that all things are possible to you, and embrace the true value of who you truly are. And remember this today: you're gonna make it. You are going to make it. You will make it through this. Have an awesome day, guys.